Hello, this is Dr. David Billstrom coming to you from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Beautiful day on the mountain. I want to talk now about cardiology once again, as well as autoimmune disease. As all you know, the issues that drive autoimmune disease also drive all other kind of chronic health issues, but because my good friend Peter, who I grew up with, is here and he's the greatest interventional cardiologist in Seattle, I want to talk a little bit about cardiology. Now, my good friend Peter was born in Prague in what used to be Czechoslovakia. In 1968, the Soviet Union invaded Czechoslovakia and Prague, and Peter and his father shared with me pictures of all these Soviet tanks in the streets of Prague, and it's really amazing some of the photographs they got out. But my good friend, his younger brother, his mom and dad all escaped from Czechoslovakia, all four on one bicycle in 1968. Now, the human survival, the drive to survive is huge, but also the drive of the body to be healthy and the body to survive is just huge as well. That's why we talk about how no matter how bad your autoimmune disease is, when you start treating it, you can turn it around. The body's so good at healing. But it doesn't take heroic measures to get the body to heal. The body's so good. So we're going to talk a little bit about how what seem like some relatively minor changes can have some profound impact on the body. So we'd also talked about patients. You don't have to be perfect, just perfect enough to turn this stuff around. So we're going to talk about if somebody eats 5 or more servings of nuts a week, they decrease their chance of dying of a heart attack and stroke by 35%. I'm sorry, they decrease by 35% the chance of getting a heart attack and stroke, and your chance of dying for any reason by 50%. And if you consume 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil a day, you decrease your chance of dying from a heart attack and stroke by 30%, and you decrease your chance of dying for any reason by 20%. You consume 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 60% less chance of dying of a heart attack and stroke, and 40% less chance of dying for any reason. How might you consume your extra virgin olive oil? Well, you may want to just put some on your vegetables after they're cooked. You may want to put some on your red potatoes after they're baked. You may want to take Brussels sprouts, cut them in half, put them in a bowl with extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper, shake them up, bake them. So many ways to do it. How do I do it? Every morning after breakfast, I take 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. Goodbye from Jackson Hole, Wyoming.